This junior goalie was doing a lot of things right. He had hired a trainer who was working with him a couple times a week. He was getting really strong. He was doing his sprints at the track. But when he joined the Turning Pro coaching program, he still didn't have the speed he needed on the ice to compete at the next level. And little wrinkle, his mini camp was only 3 weeks away. So we had to make some really dramatic changes in his speed on the ice. Here's what we did. Welcome back. Last week I gave you 5 basic beginner butterfly tips. Try saying that 5 times fast. If you missed it, you can check it out here. And if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe. And once you've subscribed, hit the bell so you find out about new videos before everybody else. This is Maria Mountain from GoalieTrainingPro.com. I am an exercise physiologist who specializes in off-ice training for goalies. I help average goalies become more confident and consistent on the ice so they create more opportunities and get more attention from the best teams in their league. Today we are talking about speed, but not this kind of speed.
Well, there you go.
Today we are talking about the speed in the crease that you need to play with more patience. When you hear goalies talk about beating the pass on their feet, this is the kind of speed that we're going to build today. Now, before we dive into it, I want to tell you there are no quick fixes. So we did not completely transform this goalie in only 3 weeks. We made some really dramatic improvements to the point where he was able to get invited back to main camp, but it takes a lot of work. When this goalie joined the Turning Pro coaching program, he was doing a lot of things sort of right. He came in with good general strength, good general athleticism, but he was missing those key ingredients that help all that translate into his performance on the ice. So in addition to making his strength training in the gym more functional for a goalie, we completely overhauled his mobility training. We abandoned the sprints at the track and gave him a specific goalie stamina to work on. And then we went right after the skill of speed. And this is one of the circuits that I gave him that he could do at home without any equipment to make some dramatic changes on the ice. You've heard me say it before, but I'll repeat it again. Speed is a skill. So we need to have good movement patterns. And that means not only acceleration, but also deceleration. Typically when we teach speed, we start by teaching deceleration mechanics, and that's where the first drill comes in. It's just a single leg drop, squat, and stick. So here's a really important thing to realize, and it's that if you can't decelerate efficiently on the ice, you are not going to be fast on the ice the way a goalie needs to be fast. Because most of your movements are stop, start, change of directions. It's not like a straight line sprint. So we're going to start with just a basic body control, good alignment, deceleration mechanics. You're going to stand on one foot. You're going to bring your arms up like this, exactly like this. Not like this, not like this, not like this, but like this. And then we're going to hammer down.
Hammer time.
Now you have to be able to keep your balance, and you have to not let this knee fall in. So when you do this at home, just set up your phone and shoot a video. Make sure that knee isn't falling in as you drop down. So we're starting here, we're hammering down. We're getting good speed, we're gonna come down, and this is gonna be our finish position. So with our knee bent almost to 90 degrees, good knee alignment without this knee caving in at all, good neutral back position. It looks like this. And if you wiggle a little bit like I did, fight for it. Fight for that balance. That's how your body learns to correct without overcorrecting. And I'm really trying to put as much force down into the ground as I can. I'm only going to do 2 on each side, and I'm going to hold that bottom position for just 2 to 3 seconds. When we train speed, we don't want any fatigue to set in. We want to only practice quality reps. So that was like our neural activation, working those deceleration mechanics. The next one we're going to do is a little more complex movement pattern. We're going to do a single leg hop to a lateral hop and stick. So when we do the single leg hop, we're going to start here. We're going to hammer down, we're going to come up, we're going to do a hop, and then as soon as we land, we'll absorb a little bit, push, and balance on that leg. So here's what it looks like. And trying to stick that landing. And then I just come back, I reset. It's not a circuit. I'm not trying to do them as fast as I can. I'll just reset for my next rep. Down, up, lateral hop, and stick. I'm going to do 3 of those off each leg. So 3 starting on my left leg, 3 starting on my right leg. But what I want is to get as high as I can, as fast as I can, off the first hop. And then when that leg comes down, get a very quick but powerful push. So I want that to be a quick impulse, not a big, huge, length of impulse with your foot on the ground. And these all go together as a superset. So the first exercise is just our activation, working that pattern. The second one is more complex with a transition from single leg or like a vertical to a lateral agility. And this third one is going to be an outer range push. So a lot of your normal power training and plyometric training or agility training happens in here, in this range, this hip width range. But what about when you're in your lower stance or you're not in a perfect position and you have to push from your outer range? So this is going to look a little bit like you're running home with a wet diaper, but we're going to do an outer range lateral bound. So I want my feet to stay at least double hip width as I bound, and you have to link them together, otherwise, I can't do it just from here, so otherwise you're going to fall over. So I'm trying to get as quick a push, as powerful, so, as far as I can get, but as quick as I can get there. And that's also just going to be 3 off each leg, so 6 hops in total. That's the end of your first superset. So it's those 3 exercises. At this stage, you're going to rest at least 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Then you're going to repeat it. But again, don't let fatigue set in. So let's say I did my single leg hop to lateral hop, or single leg jump to lateral hop. And I was like, oh, my legs are feeling a little bit burning there. I can take extra rest. I can rest for a minute and then move on to my outer range lateral bound. It's not a stamina circuit, so make sure you have that clear in your head. And we still got a couple more minutes of rest left. What do you want to talk about? I don't know. What do you want to talk about? You know what? You know when you're like at camp and there's a goalie that's moving everywhere and they look fast, and even like the coaches and the parents are like, oh my God, that guy's so fast. He's so athletic. He's so dynamic. But really, he's slow. And you're like getting where you need to be. You're set, ready for every single shot because you actually have the speed. And the coach is like, you don't look fast out there. Does that drive you nuts? Has that ever happened to you? Tell me in the comments below if that's ever happened to you, because I actually see it and hear it all the time. And I'm just like, what am I missing? No, rest is over. Let's get back to work. This is the second superset we're going to do. This next one definitely looks a little funky. It takes some getting used to. Even the goalie that I did this program for was like, that one was crazy. He fell over his own feet a couple times. What he told me, I'm not spreading stories. But I suggest you wear your knee pads for it because you might just bounce your knee off the ground a few times. Not that that's the point of it, but you might. It's called a knee down, wide out quick hop because I'm not very good at making up cool sounding names. But I start with my knee down and I'm going to do a wide out. It's kind of a pattern we use in an agility ladder, sometimes a wide out pattern. I'm going to start with a big hop and then a quick hop and then return. So it goes like this. I'm going to do a big hop and then a quick hop over and back and then come back down. Here's how it looks at speed. So you see why I'm using those knee pads, because I don't want to have to like slow myself down so that it's not like ouch, ouch every time. So it lets me just really go with the pattern at game speed. Key points: quick, powerful push, getting some decent distance, but then on that hop, boom, boom, very quick, very short, and then transitioning again down into sort of a half butterfly position. You're going to do 3 from this side and 3 from the other side. From there, again, we can take a little bit of rest. Like, so I I feel like I'm breathing a little bit hard, even though it's just a very short duration. You're trying to go as fast as you can, as long as you're keeping good technique. So I'll take an extra minute, catch my breath. Then what I'm gonna do is knee down, outer range, lateral push. And it's going to be 3 of these as well. Outer range means I'm not bringing my foot in underneath me. It's like I'm already stretched a little bit, but then I have to get power when I'm not really in my most perfect power position. That's building that skill of outer range power is one of the key ingredients to moving with more speed on the ice. Here I'm planted, thinking where should my glove and blocker be, and it doesn't have to be exact, but you just don't want to be using your arms to be generating movement. So again, a little awkward because it's a funny position to be in. Start easy. If you're not working the mobility of your adductors properly, you could hurt yourself doing this. So you need to start slow. You need to build up and feel the movement pattern, learn the movement pattern, and then go as fast as you can. You're gonna do 3 each way for that one as well. And then you'll finish off this sequence with just a 4 square hop and hold. So working on quickly moving in each of the 4 directions, stabilizing, balancing in between, nice single leg stability, ankle stability. I'll show you what it looks like. You can draw out a square or tape out a square on the floor or just visualize a square. But you're gonna think of the middle as being cool ice and the outside being hot lava. And I'm gonna go in all directions. So out and back in as quick as I can. Boom, 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 boom. And I'll stick for about 1 or 2 seconds in the middle. So I'll go around this way and then I'll go around that way. And then I'll switch legs and do 1 in each direction as well. So it's that quick impulse. Your brain is working so hard. That's what gets the most fatigued. You're out and then back in. Out and then back in. So that brings us to the end of your second superset. So it's knee down, wide out, quick hop, 3 each way. And then it's outer range, knee down, lateral hop, 3 each way. And then it's 4 square hop, 1 in each direction on each leg. So just to repeat myself, this was one component of that junior goalie's off-ice training program. Everything contributed to his success at that mini camp. And it's cool because he was really excited with the results he felt on the ice, but then like a split second later, he was kind of mad at his other trainer because he'd been working with this trainer, paying this trainer to become a better goalie, and he wasn't getting the results he needed. And he saw after 3 weeks what a difference working on the right things could make. But I want all of you to just tap the brakes if you are in a similar situation, because the truth is, those strength coaches are doing the best that they know how to do. And all I do is train goalies, and all I do is study goalies all the time. So I'm kind of a weird nerd that way. So it's not really that reasonable to expect that they're going to know how to perfectly train a football player, perfectly train a baseball player, perfectly train a goalie, so as long as they're giving you the basics to start with, that's a great start. And then as you progress or as you get to a higher level or just need more dramatic results on the ice, it's time for someone like me to help you get there. If you want more workouts like this, goalie-specific workouts that you can do at home, mostly body weight workouts, I have exactly what you need. It's called The 10 Secret Habits of Pro Goalies. It's a playlist on my channel, Goalie Training Pro TV. I'll put a link to it around here somewhere, or maybe it's over there, I don't really know. It feels like wherever I point, it's gonna be in the wrong spot. But definitely check those out. They're super quick. Again, it's not everything you need to do, but if you aren't doing any goalie-specific training right now, super quick workouts you can do anywhere, and they'll give you a really awesome start. The Turning Pro coaching program is actually my highest level. It's where I custom design all of your workouts. We work together. So if that's kind of the level that you're looking for, you're looking to get a college scholarship to play pro. There are even some adult goalies who are just super motivated, like, I want to be the go-to goalie in my league. They've done great too. So if you want to see if you might qualify to join that program, or at least to apply for that program, so that when a spot opens up, I can consider you, drop a comment below or hit me up with a DM on Instagram. I am just at Goalie Training. Great to see you again today. Keep working consistently on the right things, and don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. Now, if your cardio training needs a punch in the face, make sure you watch this video that I've got coming up for you next, before your next cardio session. You will thank me. You will curse me. You will curse me, but then you will thank me. Or you might just curse me, but I'll catch you next time.